reasons why EXP is very good for a brand new real estate agent. All right, so I'm Adolfo, team lead and realtor here in California for Team BC. I'm here with Mr. Bryan Casella himself, BC. And we're gonna talk about why is Exp Realty good for for brand new real estate agents. When it comes to a mentorship, I know for a fact, because I just became a mentor myself with EXP, that you need to go through a specific application process, and they don't pick anyone, right? Bryan, do you have any experience with the mentorship program yourself?
Yeah, I've helped some agents. I know the mentorship program, even when I joined the company, about 2.5, almost 3 years ago now. They were doing it then. I know now it has changed where it's a requirement for your first, I believe, 3 transactions, you need a mentor. And I think that's really beneficial for new agents, because my experience with other companies was, when you interview with them, they promise you the world. And when you get there, yeah, you have a mentor, but it seems like they only show up when it's time to go on the listing appointment so they can get half of the commission, which I didn't mind, because I have somebody helping me. But at the same time, what level of help and assistance am I getting up until that appointment? And that's really what I like about this, is it's a lot more hands-on. And then our community is so open and connected on Facebook and on the trainings, and people are very easy to find and access. You can log onto the cloud and find somebody very quickly. So I mean, I think it's been great, and the overall experience has been really good in and outside of the mentorship.
Yeah, definitely. And then you have to close so many amount of deals and to be able to qualify for this. So it's not just anyone who can be a qualified mentor. Also, the good news is that if you don't like your mentor, you can switch them. Yep. So if you come across someone who you don't think is a good fit for you, you can request EXP and they'll send you another mentor who works in your area and knows the contracts. And let's say if you're in California, here in California, they assign a local mentor for you. Okay. So number 2, this is a very good reason why EXP is good for a brand new agent, is the training. So Bryan and I, we both have been at different companies, and this is from experience. Most of the trainings are always during our prospecting time, right? And between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., which if you're a brand new agent, you want to make sure you're prospecting, whether you're calling or door knocking or do some other kind of prospecting, that's money time. Yep. You don't want to be using that time to do the trainings. So what the EXP does, they have trainings on the cloud over 100 hours a week, if I'm not mistaken, in which you can access those on your own time. Right, Bryan? Do you have any experience with those trainings yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've done them. I've done some trainings, right? I participated in them. And it's really for the person who's ready. At the end of the day, whether you join EXP or not, it's going to come down to your effort level and what you do. So if you have a vault of trainings, you have people around you, you have access to them. I mean, the sky is the limit, and for that cliche saying or whatever they say. But ultimately, it's down to you. And EXP, if you're somebody who is coming in willing to work, they provide all the resources and tools that you need to be successful, right? And that's what I love about them. And they're so innovative and they do everything great. He's totally right. I would have to host trainings or attend trainings during prospecting time, and that doesn't work. Plus, every single thing for years now since I've joined has been recorded and it's posted in there. You can access it. And I think the ability for you to work in and on your business is very easy and simple to do with EXP, for sure.
Exactly. So if there's one specific training that you have issues with and you need to go back to it, instead of going back to your broker or whoever person trained you over at XYZ Realty, because I don't want to name any company. When it comes to EXP, what you can do, actually, you can go to the cloud, access the training, you can pause it, you can go back and take notes and do that as many times as you need. Okay. Now, the next topic here, the next point is you get to build passive income. And Bryan is very good at this. He brings in maybe 50 to 100 agents every month, correct?
Yeah. I think right now, total, I don't know if I'm bringing in 50 or 100 every month, but I'm bringing in, I would say on average, at least 10, but up to 20 to 22 or 23 every month because of what I do on social media. But more than just bringing agents in, man, the fact that you get awarded based on your performance, you get stock, you have the ability to purchase stock at a discount, and there's so many incentives. People forget that the majority of people who get into real estate, the moment that they're off the hamster wheel and they're not selling homes anymore, they can't retire, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't want to change anything else, just joining the company will fix that for you, because you're going to get so much in stock, and you're going to be able to, if you put in even a little bit of effort, right, growing your team and bringing people on, even if you bring on like one person a year, like I'm not saying you have to be a recruiter, but if you take some simple steps, by the time you retire, you can have a lot of money set aside without doing anything extra. That's the beauty in it, right? It's without doing anything extra. Now, if you come in with a purpose and a plan, you can really explode it. But even if you don't change anything, just joining all this stuff to build your passive income between stock and the revenue share and everything else, it's incredible, right? And that's why I've been pushing it so much. It's not the only thing, but it's very important, because a lot of real estate agents and a lot of entrepreneurs in general, they don't create something. So if they take their foot off the gas, or let's say an emergency happens, they're okay. And a lot of people will never do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's for a fact. I know this because that's how I met Bryan. Bryan doesn't really focus on recruiting, right? You don't hear he's not gonna call you, he's not gonna text you, but you know that he's in Exp Realty. So that's how I happened to join the company. Now, going back to what you mentioned about the stocks, I can tell you right now, within the last maybe 10 months that I've been with Exp, I put in $400 out of my pocket, and I have 12,000 right now.
Wow.
So that can tell you, what's the potential growth. Now, had I put 10,000 out of my pocket, I probably had like 150 right now, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's, I only have maybe brought in like 1 or 2 agents, because I'm not focused on that either right now. So my goal is here to join team, to grow Team BC. Okay. So that's another point. Point number 4 is actually that there's very little fees with EXP. There's a total of that I pay, I think, $85 a month, which includes, your CRM and other different platforms, including SkySlope, which is your transaction management platform. Bryan, do you know of any other fees? Because I think that's all there is, right? $85 and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. There's a base fee and then the tech fee. I think the tech fee is 50 and the other fee is 35. I think when you join, you pay 150 right when you join.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's $85 monthly and that's it. And the beauty in that is because it's cloud-based. They have no overhead. They don't have a brick and mortar. We obviously have a pretty big office, but that's because I invested my money to get an office because I wanted to create my own environment. But we have the Regis system too, which, we don't really have to talk about, but that's an opportunity for somebody to rent out some space or have some space available local to wherever they're going to meet a client. That way they can make it convenient for them and the client. But yeah, I mean, there's no fees, man. And a lot of companies will maybe give you a good split and then their desk fee is 500 or 1,000 a month, or they find some way. Every time I would get a check at other companies, I was like, what the hell is this fee? Like, I don't remember ever signing up for this. And they nickel and dime you with so many things. And then when you need to talk to the broker, they're never there. And you have to email them and then they respond to you 3 weeks later. It's like, if I'm going to come to a building, why can't I meet the person? Right. And that's what I never understood. And it was easy for me to get away from the brick and mortar because I had so much experience with the brick and mortar not making sense that I said, why am I even paying into this if it doesn't even serve me when I need it? Right. Everyone says, I need the hands-on training in person. They didn't even give it to me. So what's the point,
Yeah. I mean, to use that, to get the hands-on training, you need like either a coach or a mentor, right? Now going back to, I'm glad you mentioned about Regis, just to be very quick. So pretty much it's a co-working space that the EXP agents have access to, and they're nationwide. So you can go online to their website, make a reservation if you want to meet with your clients. You're free to do that. Okay. And if you want to get your own private office space, you can get it at a discount. I'm not sure how much it is because I never used it myself. Right. So that's a great point that you brought up, Bryan. So now, and this is one thing I really like, and this is the last point we're going to make. It's about the company at this point is all over the world, right? I believe we expanded to Puerto Rico, Mexico, which I met a great guy from Mexico last weekend. He's grown his team, huge team in Mexico now. We're in Spain, Portugal. So with this being said, and I know this because I've been doing this, it's very easy for you to find another EXP agent within the US or in a different country that you can refer people out to. And I've received referrals from other agents in different states because of the same reason. So we have this internal, Facebook group, if you call it. And then what we do, you will refer people out, in and out, just like that. It's very simple. Of course, besides being part of Team BC, so we're growing nationwide. No, we refer out people to our members as well. But if we don't have anyone in that particular city or area, I definitely go to any other EXP agent because it makes the transition a lot more smoother and a lot easier.
Yeah, man. And the company, it's exploding as far as recognition and growth, but as a whole, compared to some of the other companies that have been around for 20 or 30 or 40 years, we only have like 1/10 of the agent amount that they have. So for somebody listening to this or considering EXP, a lot of the benefits of EXP, as more people get in, they're going to be less and less. All these extra incentives that they're giving you, you can take advantage of now because you're coming in at a good time. If you come in late, right, it's like all the new ideas, like the people who thought about and purchased Bitcoin, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, now they have probably millions of dollars because they invested pennies back then, right?
Yeah.
You're getting the opportunity to get in on something when it's still new. It's still new. It's not like you're late and you missed the wave. There's still a good opportunity. And that's one of the main reasons this last point that I joined is I said, this is such a great idea. And when I got in, there was only like 8 or 10,000 agents. I said, this is a perfect time to come in, right? And now I have, without any extra effort, I have over 2,000 shares of stocks that have been awarded to me, right? My revenue share is incredible, right? I make more in revenue share every year. I'm probably in the top 10% of income earners in the United States just with my revenue share, which is one stream of like 8 streams of income that I have,
Yeah.
So it really is incredible for that complete package. However, I have to put the little asterisk on it. You got to come in with the right mindset and want to work. If you want everything handed to you, right? If you think it's going to be easy, it's not going to work out at EXP or any other company. So this company, from what I've experienced and seen, is attracting the people who are hungry, that are go-getters, and they're getting and bringing a lot of big teams and producers over to EXP, right? Grant Cardone, I think, just joined. Whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter, right? But all these other big teams and big companies who are bringing over their whole brokerage, there's a reason these big movers are moving to EXP. And it would make sense and it would behoove you to find out why. And this is why I've been so adamant about this company, bro. And I'm glad to have brought you on and a bunch of other people because it's incredible. And the last piece before I pass it back to you, once you start producing a little bit and you have some sort of rhythm in the business as an agent and you kind of know what you're doing, which will take you a year or two usually, at that point, you just want your brokerage to get out of your way, right? You hate when they get in your way. It takes you too long to get paid, or there's red tape that you have to cut through. That's completely eliminated with EXP, and probably one of the number one reasons that I joined. They stay out of my business, right? And it's almost like if I need them, they're there, but they're not in my face. They're not causing me problems. And any agent listening who's been in the business more than a year or two, who's producing it all, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So that's something that you'll run into later, right? That EXP has another benefit for. So that's all I have to share, man.
Great. Now, with that being said, we are here at Team BC, part of Exp Realty. And if you've been listening to Bryan talking about hungry people and people who are ready to get the ball rolling and want to put in the work, let me know because we're hiring. I'm not going to say how many people because that's private. Feel free to send me an email or you can go to my link on my Instagram bio, Adolfo Realtor, and you can book a call with me and with Bryan so we can discuss this. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, we're recruiting. Yeah, we're recruiting nationwide. If you guys are interested, join teambc.com as a website. Adolfo, when I step away from being active in that particular office, he's more than likely will be running that region there. I have a bunch of regional leaders and different team leaders in different pockets. So if you want to kind of find out who you're going to talk to, go to jointeambc.com. You can also message myself or Adolfo on Instagram. We'll put all the information below. We're always recruiting, even if it's closed. If you're an exceptional candidate, we'll consider you. So definitely reach out to us if you're interested. But remember, we're going to make you work. You're going to have to work hard and you're going to be held to a high standard. So if you're not ready to commit, then forget it.
Great. So, and there's going to be more videos coming in just like this. So do me a favor and go subscribe somewhere down here. Okay. There you go. Down there. All right, Bryan. Thanks, man.